So the next generation. Those of you who are left in that game, you must put forth the next generation. That's no easy task. While assimilating new groups, you must also put forth the people who will eventually replace you, who will take the playstyle, the structure, and adapt it and make it their own. And don't fool yourself to think that you'll be there forever, because you won't. At some point, something gets in the way for all of us. Whether that be life, staff, or yourself. Most people move on with life. Most people get busy with school or work. They get in a relationship. And life's more important than the game. And it rightfully should be. Alternatively, others make mistakes. And forgiveness is not something you can count on. It's nothing you should rely on. You shouldn't count on people who have been removed from the community to be able to come back, because it's not a safe bet. And finally, there are people who tear themselves apart, who after long periods of time are no longer suited to be in the positions that they once were. I've seen a few people go through that, and it's difficult. Mayflot had been great at giving advice, but there was a point where he was no longer suited to be the leader of Dawn Brigade. And it took about a year for him to finally understand that maybe the clan needed to disband. And I wasn't too close to him at that point in time. I'd say maybe an acquaintance of his now, at best. But those who are close to him, that was hard. I know it was particularly hard on Mobby. And for Irish, I can't be the only person who saw that man fall apart. There was a few too many queues and a few too short of a time for Irish to really be able to take it all in. There was too much to look at. It was too hard on him. It hurt too much. And I sympathize with that. He couldn't handle the absurd amount of pressure that he was under. He went from leading a group of 15 or 20 in early 2016 to 50 by the time Alice ran her coup, thereabouts. That's 2.5 times the amount of people. And his structure of the UTC was not able to adequately manage that. He couldn't manage that on his own, and he didn't have anyone else to help him. I hadn't learned enough yet at that point, and Gunn never really was that type of person to be able to manage people like that. And after Pittacus and then Alice, Irish came to the realization that he couldn't micromanage people the way he could manage Gunn. The way he micromanaged Gunn over the years was very different than he was able to in 2017. In 2016, he couldn't do it anymore, so he gave up and he let people do their own thing. and he went from one extreme to the other. As the game changed and things adapted, he didn't, and he couldn't. And at the end of the day, a very untasteful comment caused him to be removed. And with that one untasteful comment that he had made, the UTC was doomed. In 6 months' time, the 93rd disbanded to be a friend group. They couldn't recruit players anymore. There was too much hatred against the UTC name. I know Seoul had people spy on them when Gunn tried to recruit over the summer. And it's extraordinarily difficult for people who are newer to the game to understand what the long-term effects of spying and disintegrating other groups is, especially without a plan to assimilate their people. And that was something that I didn't learn for a long time either. Now, those of you who are left, and it is very few, there is one lifeblood left to the playstyle, to the structure. You all should know who you are. I'm not going to tell you who you are. And to those who have become relics to the past, your story will not be forgotten as long as the few that remain stay standing and produce the next generation. I may make more videos of this type. It's not easy to talk about things like this. There's a lot of things I can talk about. And I haven't posted videos like this in I don't know how long. 6-7 months. Because it's not easy. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a message on Discord. If you don't know my Discord, ask someone who does. And with that, I will see you guys at some point in the future.